What? Hello? What do you want? You know, you'd think with all the effort you put into building this shit show of a summoning circle, you'd be expecting someone to answer your call. But, to be honest, considering the quality of your supplies and the location, your shock makes a little sense. But whatever. Your project, so have it your way. Now, back to the question at hand. What do you even want from me? Oh, wow! A deal? I didn't anticipate this. Lucky me. Happy day. Of course you want to make a deal. That was the entire purpose of the magical net you spent hours casting out. What I'm asking is, what do you want to bargain for? And more importantly, what do I get out of it? Not the devil. I'm a devil. You'd need a lot more power to get the big guy downstairs. And with what you seem to be working with, well, you're lucky you even got me. But I'm sure my lowly, hell-dwelling self can help you achieve your shallow, mortal goals. So what is it? Fame, riches, you want to get laid. Look, even if what you're itching for isn't one of the most popular things, I can assure you I have the ability to provide it. Let's put it this way. I have more power in one of my fingers than your entire bloodline has had and ever will have. The deciding factor is if you can afford said power or not. Seriously? Fine. Here's the taster. I'll let you guess where you are, but no need to speak. Not like you could if you even wanted to. I can hear you in a different way. Correct. We are in the emptiness of your solar system, overlooking your realm and your planet. And the only reason you haven't had the life sucked out of you by the vacuum of space is because of me. You get to survive this, but only because I allow it. And if you still have doubts about my capabilities, take a look to your left. See that bright glowing star? He's small but mighty. And most importantly, dying. Let's speed up that process a bit, shall we? And just like that, he's gone. Or, well, scattered along the expanse of space, but enough of that. A last chance, O ye of little faith. You want to strike a deal? Or do you want to try for the big guy and fail? Yeah, that's what I figured. So, let's get started. All right. If what you want is really as difficult as you're making it sound, this should give me quite the profit. Now, name? What's what? Oh, your name is what people call you. It's typically on your birth certificate and your parents choose it for you, but... Yeah, I get it. You mean the contract. God forbid a devil make a joke. This is security. My way of ensuring I don't partake in a bad deal. Say what you will about humans, but they can't be trusted for shit. So the best way to keep my skin safe is to make you put your own in the game. The cost is relative to the bargain. So the bigger the ask, the bigger the price. Now, name. Ooh, nice one. Totally unique. Now, to the thing I've been asking this whole time, and you've been dodging. Annoyingly. Your desire. I'm sure I didn't just hear you ask to become an underling of the devil. A hell dweller? Well, I can safely say that's a new one. Typically, people ask for power on Earth and spend the afterlife paying for it. I'm assuming you couldn't care less about the mortal world then. Huh. I'm interested in your motives, but not interested enough to ask before you sign on the dotted line. How's this sound? You get to be your precious demonic self, and all you have to do is a few simple things. Well, you'll need to make some deals. For me. Basically, paying some dues. Every other contract you sign goes to me and supports my numbers and growth of power until your quota is met. The others are yours to keep and torture or whatever you want to do with them. No. And you won't be a devil yourself until you get enough contracts to climb the hellish ladder everyone wants to complete. You'll start at the bottom, as a young demon. There's no set number, and it's not up to me. That's up to the big boss that you seem to have the hots for. But I will say this. The bigger the deals, the less you'll need. I've responded to you because, in spite of being a higher rank, I still want more. We're alike in that regard. The more signatures I get, the more power I have at my disposal. And the more demons and devils and such. It has its perks. And you'll enjoy those same perks once you claw your way out of the bottom ranks. Of course, I could. Well, there is another option. I could give you a head start, land you somewhere in the middle, a decent chunk of power, and a nice span of mortals to prey on for some soul snatching. It would cost something more. Which would be you, owing me a shit ton of favors. And of course, that every other contract part. But think of the benefits. You'd get some lovely pics for your first underlings. And of course, you'd be quite a bit above the dime a dozen demons we get here. You'd be a borderline devil. Just like you want, right? Well, you won't stop owing me. This type of thing sticks for a bit. Or, well, forever. Unless someone else wants you so badly that you just happen to get pawned off to them. Or you somehow surpass me, but I think we both know that won't happen. So what do you say? Do we have a deal? There's always a catch. And I just told you what it would be. Of course, there are more intricate details for my safety and yours, but to go over that would take hours. And of course, if your hazardous display here is any testament to your drive for power, you don't have that kind of time. The biggest thing is you'll spend a majority of your time in hell, just like me. Great. Now that you're all briefed and on board, let me get your autograph on this little dotted line. Perfect. Now, let's get you down to hell and look over your new life. Shall we?